Axel, I have this essay due on Hamlet in 3 weeks for theatre subject, and I'm a bit confused.
Well, with my infinite wisdom as a third-year student, I'm sure I can help you ace that essay question.
It's so hard as a first year to take everything in, with everything going on all the time. Lectures, tutorials, assessments, free alcohol on campus.
Tell me about it. Well, with a little help from me and the trusty referencing handbooks, I'm sure I'll help you through it.
I studied Hamlet in my last year of high school, and I know the text back to front. Can I just make up 4 points of my own opinion?
At university, stating only your perspective is not enough. Every argument must be backed up with both primary and secondary resources.
But my literature teacher, Mrs. Robinson, always said you can make any argument in response to an essay, as long as you back it up with direct quotes from the text. I'm confused.
Well, at school, you would have received one set text, Hamlet, for example, and perhaps some notes given by a teacher. These two resources would have formed the basis for every essay written.
Well, how is university any different?
Well, firstly, you can't rely on Wikipedia and SparkNotes to get you through an essay.
Damn.
Unlike school, at university you will look beyond the text prescribed and compare various academic resources, then research and then analyse different aspects about a topic, go beyond what is discussed in the lecture theatre, and, above all, develop your own critical analysis of a topic.
Oh, okay. Is everything referenced the same way?
Not quite. Every academic discipline has a different form of referencing.
Oh, that's picky. Can you give me some examples?
Sure. Law uses the Australian Guide to Legal Citation. Psychology uses the Australian Psychological Association. Harvard for undergraduate physics and humanities. Chicago System for humanities. CSIRO for botany. Modern Humanities Research Association Study Guide for Humanities and the Arts, the De Buren Style for the Fine Arts, the Vancouver System for Medicine and Science, as well as the IEEE in Electrical, Electronic and Computing Publications. If you're ever unsure, you can check with your lecturer, the library, or the unit guide for every subject.
So, which referencing format do I use for theatre and performance?
The Modern Language Association referencing, specifically with theatre and performance, English, literature, and the humanities, also known as MLA.
Okay, I have an essay question, some lecture slides. I'm a bit lost. Where do I begin?
Sure, so let's look at the essay question you have picked.
In Hamlet, Ophelia is used as an object rather than a human being. Discuss.
Great. After picking your topic, the next step is to gather a number of books, journal articles, reviews, and scholarly websites to help shape your overall contention.
What do I do if my argument changes?
That's fine. In fact, that's great. During the course of your study, it's normal for your overall opinion to change, or it may remain the same.
But where do I find these resources?
We have several multi-million-dollar libraries equipped for certain areas of study. For example, the Sir Louis Matheson for Arts and Humanities, the Law Library, the Andrew Hardgrave Library, and to access electronic databases for research, head on to Monash Library Databases. Select Arts, Theatre and Performance Database. For referencing, you'll find the MLA referencing guide along with others at this URL, or the print version. This is available at all Monash campuses in Victoria, including the Matheson Library at Clayton campus and at the Caulfield campus.
How many references should I use?
Well, there's no set answer. You can use a variety of resources. As a rough guide for a first year level essay at 1500 words, 3 or less resources is not enough. Over 5 might be too confusing.
Where do we reference texts?
References are included in the body of the essay. This is called in-text citation and will be discussed in part 2. All sources you have read in both understanding the essay question and forming a contention can be added to your works cited list. This will be covered in part 3. It is better to aim for a detailed understanding of a few sources and precision in your argument, rather than lots of sources not properly understood.
That sounds long and painful. We never had to do that at school.
In VCE, formal referencing is not required in most assessments. However, At university level, if you do not properly reference all your ideas, you may be reported for plagiarism, and the consequences may lead to academic expulsion.
No! This degree is too expensive to get kicked out. How do I show I haven't plagiarized?
By properly referencing and signing an assessment cover sheet, which is required to be filled out when completing every assignment at university level. This document, once signed and submitted on a hard copy document, or via Moodle, clicking and agreeing to the Terms and Conditions button for an electronic submission, confirms that the student has not
taken another person's ideas or manner of expressing them to pass these off as one's own.
Wow, Axel. You've really gone above and beyond for a first Tinder date. So what's next?
Come with me, and I'll show you how to reference within the body of an essay.